Why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you running?
What are you doing? Whatever. Hey, how are you? My name is Weekly Xonin, back with another One Piece chapter review. Last week we had a break, so I went ahead and reviewed episodes 994 and 995. So if you're into episode analysis or just breakdowns, or if you haven't caught up yet, and you want someone to guide you through, go check those out. Those are on my page, or I'll leave a link in the description below. Oh, I can leave links in the description below now. This is great. Either way, getting back into it, chapter 1029 is called The Tower, and we'll get into why. Obviously it'll become obvious, but I'd like to discuss it a little bit at the end. But either way, we start off with a cover page. Jewelry Bonnie is not on her way to Onigashima, it seems, but we got her on the cover page, and that's fine enough for me right now. The chapter itself starts out with right where we left off. Queen and Sanji. Queen's sword breaking on Sanji's neck, and Sanji having a whole panic attack and an identity crisis because he thinks that now that he's unlocked his powers, he's gonna turn into this cold-hearted being just like his family. But I think now that he's run away from Queen, which is a hilarious little gag, I hope that this continues throughout the rest of the arc of just Queen just chasing Sanji around. But now that Sanji's on the run, hopefully he does run into Yamato and he's able to rediscover his passion by seeing her and having like a goal of, oh wait, you're doing something important, let me help, let me take this guy out real quick for you. And that brings him back to center, makes him realize that he's actually okay. He's gonna be okay at least. But funny enough, this leads right into Kid, Law, and Big Mom, or the Kid, Law, and Big Mom section. And the reason why I think that's funny is because it starts out the same way that Zoro and Sanji's fight with King and Queen started, where Law, playing the part of Zoro, is like, are you really about to be dead weight right now? And Eustace, playing the part of Sanji, is like, something's going on with my body. But Kid thinks he knows what it is. He's like, it's a headache. I know it's a headache. And he has no idea what the hell is happening on the other side of the room. Either way, it gave us a great opportunity for a new Big Mom move, or at least new to me. I haven't seen this. I never knew that she could fly or somersault, move in such a way, which makes sense because she does have lightning based abilities, or a lightning based ability, so it makes sense that she can move so swiftly. It's great though. I love this. The Marmalade, or the Marmalade, perfectly fine with me. That's a short section though. We get right into Kid and Killer, or it's a Killer versus Hawkins, and I think as a community, this might be one of the only times that we've all understood clearly what was going to happen next. The second that Hawkins started talking about how Kid was a vessel and you can't touch me because you're captain, we knew that his arm was coming off at some point. I guess everyone was in denial that Hawkins wouldn't know, but I think the second that he mentioned it, or that he mentioned using Kid's body as a hostage, we should have put it together that Kid either covered up his arm when he met him, or his arm wasn't cut off yet. Should have been cut off, because I'm pretty sure as soon as Kaido washed him, he brought him straight to Wano, so there's no reason for him to go to Shanks. It doesn't make any sense. But either way, Kid did a great job of hiding that fact. Apparently not enough from Caribou. Don't know how Caribou is in on all the secrets, but it seems like Caribou is that guy to just know what the fuck is going on, because it's not the first time, right? So great on him, great on Killer, proving that he is Yonko commander level. He's a great vice captain. He's a great right hand to his captain, and he even offers his own life in exchange for Kids, which Hawkins did not like. But it's a great moment from him, and we need more great moments from these two, because they're hype as hell, man. Killer was portrayed to be just as strong as Zoro. You had Kid to be just as strong as Luffy. And we're finally getting to see that. Well, I guess we will, because we got to see some of it with Killer. We got to see it on the rooftop. We didn't get to see too much good going on with Kid on the rooftop, and I feel like he's just been getting dicked this entire time. You know, he's been getting the Lancer treatment. Not really Lancer. He hasn't been defeated yet, other than by Kaido. But who hasn't, right? But you know, people have been waiting for him to shine bright, and it hasn't happened. So people assume it's never gonna happen, or you know, he's just a failure, or he's a joke character. Yada yada yada. Last page of this kind of proves that he's on his way. If it's not happening next chapter, it's gonna happen sometime soon. He's the real deal, and he's gonna prove it to us now. Hopefully it's next chapter. I'm hoping. But a couple things from this fight real quick. I'm glad that it was a chapter, first of all, because I love Killer, love Kid, love Hawkins. I don't care enough to watch this drag out, and I don't think it's a plot point that needs to be dragged out, right? You got a very easy to solve scenario. Just cut off this man's arm. That's it. There's nothing else that needs to happen. You cut off his arm, you win. It's only one win condition, and this is great. I think it's good for pacing, and the only reason I bring up this fact is because, you know, there's a lot of talks about the Toby Ropo fights being over already. People thought that they were going to continue, but you know, we got to move the plot forward. We can't be focusing on these fights. We can't give these fights extra dynamics because it's just going to slow everything down. We're going to have to keep updating on them, and it's not worth it. If we can just handle these fights in a chapter, get them out the way, great. Let the anime do its thing with dragging them out. We don't need to do that right now. Also, it just makes sense to me. You know, this is a Yonko level crew now. I feel like that's what Onigashima's been proving, is that we just need to take care of business. Everyone here, as scared as they are, as strong as they don't think they are, we just need to do what we need to do to make sure our captain wins, or that we all win. And I think that right there is just proof that, you know, this is no longer Captain Luffy, the Yonko, or the Yonko to be, with a crew behind him and a couple of strong people. This is a well put together Yonko crew, and when we come out of Wano, I think they'll be recognized as such. Maybe not Chopper, but we'll have a good Big News Morgan section that is on the Straw Hat Pirates rather than just Straw Hat Luffy, because you're gonna have to give everyone credit. There's no way that he can spin it in a way that says Straw Hat Luffy carefully conducted this alliance, yada. It's gonna still be him on top. Obviously, Kid's not gonna get a shine, but the Straw Hat Pirates are going to get their shine. And if not, I'm gonna be very sad if it's just to the credit of Law, Luffy, and Kid. Speaking of those, take a look at Killer's card here. Sorry, Ed Hawkins' card here. You got an angel, what I assume is an angel at least. It looks like we got wings here, and then you got 3 people, which is what I think. I think this is supposed to represent, you know, Law, Luffy, and Kid taking down the Celestial Dragons, or something else. That's the easiest way I can think about it, is 3 people staring up at a godlike figure, basically them representing the enemies of God. I don't know if Kid is a D yet. Hopefully he is. Hopefully his name is Kid with 2 Ds and Fred Bug with 2 Gs. But hopefully that's what happens, because if that's not what this card represents, then I have to go into my other big ring theory, which is that this is foreshadowing the arrival of Enel. And the reason why I say that is not just because of this card, not because it might be a Skypean, none of that stuff. It's because of the tower card itself. It's what this chapter is based off, and it's just look at the imagery, right? It's a tower. Whoa! No, it's a tower on fire. The top of the tower is falling off, and you know, castle towers look like a crown at the top, so you can kind of make the reach that this is supposed to symbolize a king falling from grace. And I don't think it can be Luffy. Maybe this is a past event. Maybe this is just a picture of a past event and Luffy falling off or being thrown off by Kaido. Or this is supposed to symbolize, you know, the fall of the current king, which is Kaido. Kaido's the king of this land. Now, I completely strayed away from what I was going to get into there, but that's only because this card itself, you know, you got the fire, you got the tower, you got the lightning, you know, Big Mom used lightning around fire today in a tower, yada, yada, yada. You know how it goes when he's reaching things, but this lightning itself is coming from outside the card, coming from the top. So 2 things, either that is meant to represent fate and, you know, divine intervention, if you will, not, you know, God itself coming down and deciding Luffy's the winner, but just like this was a fated scenario. You know, this is the fall of the Emperor Kaido is supposed to happen. It's in the cards. Or it's foreshadowing for an Elder. I don't know, man. I don't know how else to look at it. Who else would be striking lightning from such a distance, from such a tall tower that's so close to the moon? All right, I'm gonna stop. But that's really what I would like to happen, man. It doesn't make any sense for plot. CP0 is already going to be a thing to deal with in the future. The Big Mom Pirates are going to be a thing to deal with in the future. It would just be great to just make this chaos and have Enel come back. You know, this guy said, Oda said that, you know, he's going to make Marineford look cute. Be pretty fucking adorable if we got the return of Enel here and we just had no idea what to do with him. You know, he has no real purpose to show up. But maybe he's just like, I've read the scrolls. You guys need to know what's happening. Or not even that. It's just like, I've read the scrolls. I'm God. It's true. My devil fruit is apparently very special. So fuck off. I came here to conquer type of thing. It's also pretty funny that, you know, this is the straw man. Not the straw man argument, but the straw man has the card of Death Upright, which is, you know, seems like that symbolizes just every strong character here. It's just like Whitebeard dying, standing, Luffy being knocked out and still having his conqueror's glare. It's just like meant to symbolize the great man. Unfortunately, the card was used on Hawkins, so whoops. Either way, that's pretty much the chapter. Really much all I have for you guys today. I'm trying out a new format. As you can see, darkness behind us. I wanted to see how my light worked on my desk on my face. Wanted to test out this little idea ball behind me. No, that's, you know, hopefully I'm synced up with it actually. Hopefully you guys can see the Luffy bounty in the back too. I'm really just trying to figure out the layout here, experiment with different formats and see which one works for me, because I'd like to be able to, you know, not spend 16 hours a weekend editing a video on iMovie, which, quick update to my situation. I know I haven't even pointed the camera at this thing, but I got a new PC, and you know, it's supposed to replace my 10-year-old laptop, my MacBook Pro of late 2011. She's still holding on strong, just barely. But it's hard to edit an iMovie with a 10-year-old laptop that struggles to process key inputs. So once this thing's here, maybe I'll go crazy with editing, maybe not. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm trying out different formats, trying out different times. I kind of like it a little bit better in the dark. Maybe, you know, daytime works better, but dude, hoping that, you know, I can record these videos and not look at them later and they be too bright is just a little too fearful for me. So I think it's better for me to do these at night and just do them in a smaller format. Either way, I'm just ranting at this point. We'll stay tuned for more updates. You'll see the products that I push out are going to be a little bit more polished as we go on. Probably more P words to put into the microphone's input. Either way, yeah, that's my chapter review. A little weird this week, but you know, what can I say? That's just me. Thank you for watching though. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the things that you want to do to this video. Request that it be deleted, do whatever the hell it is that you want. But yeah, thanks for watching. My name is Weekly Xonin, and I still don't have a thing to say at the end here. Maybe
go crazy, crazy, no crazy, no crazy, no crazy.